episode 438. Thank you all for listening to episode 437, Batman, Power Ranger Night. I am Power Ranger Gray, here with my co-host, or Gray Power Ranger.
Are there Bear Power Rangers? I'll be Cocaine Bear, like the movie coming out. Cocaine Bear. All right, for everyone out there, all the 6 people out there listening, I don't do cocaine. Calm down. The movie Cocaine Bear is coming out, so look it up.
Dude, what's that white stuff on your nose?
What?
Factory Cody's also going to join us, but his audio's got to connect. We'll see when it does. Maybe by the end of the show.
Allegedly, he's joining.
Allegedly, he's going to join us, but we got to thank some people. Thank you to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing. Visit allwearclothing.com. Mention Over the Line Podcast. He is going to hook you up with that deal. Thanks to Crandall Squatty Landscaping. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not
Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Do you serve Jeffersonville, Indiana?
I have been the last couple of days.
Love it. Thank you, Sean. He also sold me one of his snow blowers, waiting for the snow to hit. And, my driveway will be done in 10 minutes, which I'm excited about because all that has been happening is the last several years. I don't know. It's been like 4 or 5 years. All I've done is fucking shovel the driveway. Sometimes takes an hour, sometimes takes less, sometimes takes more. Now it's going to be like 10 minutes. Stoked about it. Ready to go when the snow hits, if it ever does. I know it did for a little bit, but it didn't. It stuck like ever so slightly, and then it went away. But
just on the grass.
Yeah. It's not bad. Looking forward to it, except that one day it didn't stick to the grass. It stuck to the fucking highway when I was trying to get down to St. Mary's. That was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yep. That was. It did not when I was driving to work at 6:45 in the morning. And then I saw the accidents. And I was like, that sucks.
Yeah. I like Jake, our old parrot. He showed me and I was like, God damn, man. I get down past it was bad. 24 was ice. Get on 475 and it was shit all the way from Maumee all the way to Haskins. And then it took me to get into Findlay and then it was shit again. But I remember I get through there and about 10 minutes after I get through Perrysburg, they shut it down because of accidents.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, that's what happens. But Sean can help you out. He will not sell you a snowblower because I bought the snowblower he's selling this year, but he can provide you with those plowing services. Woo! He likes to plow. So Definitely get in touch with Sean, 419-704-5471. Thank you to Sparty Steve, the biggest financial supporter of the show. We couldn't do it without him. And last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Yeah, make sure you get to Amazon.com and buy Connell's book. It's perfect time for the holiday season, but make sure you buy his book, Dating Sucks, But You Don't. And in the meantime, get yourself to datingtransformation.com and get that free consultation from Connell when you mention Over the Line Podcast.
So before we get into anything else, so I want to get into stuff because usually, I screenshot some things and want to talk about them before, and I usually forget about them. Things that we look at and things that I'll screenshot during the week that may be pertinent. One thing was over Thanksgiving, which was last week. We'll get into the NFL, but I'll share this. The Giants-Cowboys Thanksgiving game on Fox had 42 million viewers across TV and digital, making it the most watched NFL regular season game on record.
Yep. Not surprising.
Unbelievable.
Not surprising.
Awesome. Go Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
I did also see that University of Florida pulled a scholarship offer from its nation's top quarterback recruits for dropping an N-bomb. And then right after that, Jalen Kitna gets arrested for child pornography. Wild. Florida's got some shit going on down there.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Not good at all.
With Michigan, but not good. So.
Exactly. Something else I pulled up about NASCAR.
Hold on, wait. Did you see the Michigan?
What's that?
Their top pass rusher had a felony arms charge back in October, and they just now charged him for it.
Oh, no shit. So he's playing this whole time.
Yeah, October 7th. Yeah, they found out about a felony arms charge, and they're just now charging him for it. So,
wow.
Yep.
Real quick to NASCAR. So I didn't realize this, but in next year, 2023 season, there's only 2 Saturday night races. Only 2. Bristol, Daytona. That's it.
I don't like
So
that. I
I
think there
don't
needs to
either.
be more.
They abandoned the Saturday night race, so we're gonna get the fucking 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock NASCAR races that piss me off.
Yeah, I don't like that. I definitely don't like that.
Um, into hockey, obviously, I'm a Penguins fan. Chris Letang had a stroke on
Second
Monday.
one.
Yeah,
Second
fucking
time in his
wild.
career.
Thankfully, he could recognize it and knows it. He knows his body, knows when something doesn't feel right. So he's out for the meantime, but we'll see when we get him back. Who knows when we get him back? But just thoughts go out to him and his family, and that's a serious thing to deal with. So hopefully everything ends up okay for old Chris Letang.
And the big thing is he's had one, most likely a Hall of Fame career as a defenseman.
Yep.
And has Stanley Cups. I get that there's a pride for the game, but there's a point. There's
Cody's here.
There's Cody. There's a point. Hey, just ship it. Just ship it, Cody. Just ship it.
Yeah, I'll just mute his ass since he can't do it himself.
Yeah, there's a point, but I'm saying there's a point in a man's career where you just can't do it anymore. He's done enough to be in the Hall of Fame. He's a Stanley Cup champion, one of the best defensemen of the 2010s. Retire, be with your family. Don't let this shit take over and do this. Like, if Letang retired tomorrow, as he should, I think he should, because this isn't one, right? It's not just one. It's a second one. The second one's scary. First one, it happens. I get it. You don't know what's going on. And it's still scary then. But the second one that's a sign to just let it go, be with your family. You're a Hall of Famer. Again, probably, if not the best defenseman, certainly top 3 defensemen in the 2010s. Easily, no doubt.
Yep. And he was part of that core 3 with Malkin and Crosby. And
I'm not a Penguins fan. By no means.
Not.
By no means. It's don't do that to yourself.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, dude. I am a Penguins fan, and he's had 17 good years with a great team, and he's got 3 cups. Call it, man. You're still young. Enjoy the time with the fam. We'll see what happens. Something I read that it was a meme. It cracked me up. Kind of funny how Aaron Rodgers hated Brett Favre and then turned into him 14 years later.
At least he pays his taxes. Doesn't try to do illegal shit.
Oh yeah, no shit.
He's close.
Speaking of which, Todd Chrisley and his wife, they both got sentenced today. 12 years for Todd Chrisley. His wife got 7 for tax evasion. Hysterical.
Darn, what a shame.
Yeah, darn, what a shame. That's exactly right. But let's go talk about football. We'll get into in the second episode. So if you're looking in the next episode for Hogan versus Warrior, you're going to have to wait another week. Maybe. We got Jeopardy next week. We're supposed to. Peapod's going to be joining us next week to host Jeopardy, and Jeremy will be coming back, and he's still looking for a tag team partner. Maybe it will be Cody Bryant. We don't know. Maybe if Cody can, get on a forklift and drive around for a couple hours, he might be able to join for Jeopardy and be Jeremy's partner. Jeremy would appreciate that. That would be the best challenge I think we ever have.
Oh yeah, forklift Cody and Jeremy. Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and once Cody comes back from mute, we'll be able to talk about it. But the second episode will actually talk more about the Ohio State-Michigan game and the college football playoff, so we won't go into too much detail in this episode outside of our picks for last week. Dub had a great week at 2-7-1, and Bear and I also had good weeks at 5-4-1. Georgia did win but didn't cover. Michigan was plus 7.5. They won that game pretty handily. TCU won by more than 10. A&M kept it close with State. Yeah. A&M kept it close with TCU. How bad did they beat Iowa State, by the way?
TCU won like 62-17. They killed Iowa State. Yeah.
Good. So it's kind of what I said.
A&M beat LSU by 2 touchdowns. Not LSU. I'm sorry. TCU, or Jesus Christ, Texas A&M is terrible, god awful terrible, and they just embarrassed LSU, setting up for a joke of an SEC title game.
Yep. Yeah, because what is it? LSU and Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Georgia
And
going to kill them.
Bama pushed, and then
which is
pick of the
wild.
week.
22 points, and they pushed.
Yep, that's the third time at 22 this year that 22 is pushed.
That's
Michigan
weird.
State was one of them, and another one was the same. And then call of the week, South Carolina outright got that shit. Fuck Clemson. Fuck that. You heard me last week. Fuck Dabo. South
That's
Carolina
right. Yep.
pulled out the victory.
And completely ended their playoff. They had a shot at the playoffs if they would have won. If they would have won that game against South Carolina and then won the ACC title, they would have jumped Bama and Ohio State. And if TCU and or USC lost, Clemson would have jumped into that. They blew it. They lost. They stink. They suck. They're losers. Just like that. And who's the only person that got Oregon State? Who is that? Oh, that's me. Oregon State wins outright. Came back from 17 down to beat Oregon. Told you, man. Told you. Oregon State, baby.
And I told you Tennessee.
God, they absolutely killed Vandy. Fuck Vandy. Pieces of shit.
Told you, man.
They're a basketball school. They're not a football school.
Penn State, as we all knew, kicked the doors off of Michigan. It wasn't.
They only won by what? They only won by 20, I think.
Yeah, but they embarrassed them. They embarrassed them.
And then two of us here were smart and took USC over Notre Dame. Two of us were smart. It's funny because Dub has been on the off the Notre Dame thing lately, but he took them this week, and yeah, they got beat by 11.
Because he says, "Fuck USC." We're like, "Yeah, okay, bud."
Embarrassed.
So this week, you can tell us about all of the fucking conference title games.
Yes. So we have 2 games on Friday. The rest of the games are on Saturday. So the 2 games on Friday, the first one we have UTSA, University of Texas, San Antonio, 8-point favorite versus North Texas in San Antonio. Pretty much a home game.
Hold up.
UTSA.
Breaking news, Central Catholic state champs.
Yeah, so I was going to say that as well. Yep, Central Catholic won 28-21 to be the Division II state champions.
Yeah, they were up 21-0.
John and Lisa are there. John and Lisa are there, actually, so they were texting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so go Central, man. Another state title for them. Maybe one of our former podcast colleagues should have stayed at Central instead of going to Otsego.
I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, could have himself a ring.
Yeah.
He could have had him a ring.
Could have, should have, would have.
But he definitely got himself a ring, didn't he? Oh yeah, definitely. Einhorn is Finkel.
Finkel. Finkel.
All right, so UTSA, man, I got to see what they did this year.
I think
did they play each other already?
No, I don't think so. I think they were 10-2 and North Texas like 7-5. So yeah, I got UTSA in a blowout here. I think they're gonna beat them up pretty good.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure North Tech. Yeah, they played them once, and they won 31-27 at home. UTSA did against North Texas. So, but North Texas is they're 7-5. Makes you wonder who'd they lose to. They got smoked by SMU. They got smoked by UNLV. They lost by 10 to Memphis. And then in their division, they did, okay. Blew the doors off Western Kentucky, blew the doors off FIU, lost to UAB. Yeah, man, I'm going to take UT. Well, give me North Texas with 8. I like North Texas in the 8. I think UTSA wins by 7.
Okay. I'm still taking UTSA in a blowout.
All right. Next.
The Pac-12 title game at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. We have number 4 USC, a 3-point favorite against number 11 Utah. Utah has beaten USC, I think, 3 times in a row. Man, it's USC. Lincoln Riley loves kind of blowing it in a big spot. USC has been blowing it in a big spot lately. I could see him winning this game, but I just think there's going to be chaos in the college football playoff. So I'm going with Utah outright. Utah wins 27-24.
Yeah, man. Give me the Utes.
The MAC title game on Saturday at noon in Detroit at Ford Field. We have the Toledo Rockets, a 2.5-point favorite versus the Ohio Bobcats. Toledo struggled a lot lately, and as much as I'd love to pick them here, I'm not going to. I'm going to take Ohio. I think the Bobcats are going to beat them. They're saying Finn is 100% healthy. I just don't believe that, so got to go with Ohio.
Fuck Ohio. Give me the Rockets.
The Big 12 title game in Arlington, Texas at Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Number 3 TCU is a 2.5-point favorite versus number 9 Kansas State. This should be a good game, but I like TCU here, especially that 2.5 number. I do think it's a good number. I think TCU wins by 3. Give me TCU.
I'm going the other way, man. I think TCU could pull this out. It's going to come down to this last second field goal. Do they make it? Do they miss it? They're going to be down by 2. They're going to win by 1. That's why I'm taking K-State in the points, or they're going to lose by 2. And if they lose by 2, here's your thing. Since we got Utah winning, you're going to see the playoff be Ohio State, Michigan, or well, let me back this up, top 4. Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Bama. But if TCU only loses by 1 or 2, TCU stays. TCU's in at 4, Buckeyes at 3. And then we get the rematch in the first round, Ohio State and Michigan. Even though I wouldn't mind it to see it in the national title game, but just please, God, don't lose again. But we'll talk about that in the next episode.
All right. The Sun Belt title game at Troy. Troy is a 10-point favorite over Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina has had a good year. 10 points is a lot. I couldn't figure out why it's 10 points. I just don't understand. I don't understand the spread, even for Troy being at home. Coastal Carolina. I'm going to take here with the points. I think they win outright in this game. So give me Coastal Carolina. Give me CC.
I'm going the other way, man.
Central Catholic, Coastal Carolina.
See what you're doing there. No, man, I'm taking Troy. Troy has had a good year. They lost to Ole Miss in the first game of the season, and then they lost to App State. They were ahead the whole game. Haven't lost since. They shouldn't have lost that game. I think they roll here. I think they're going to win by 17.
Okay. We have the SEC title game in Atlanta, Georgia. Number 1, Georgia, 17-point favorite against number 16, LSU. I think I got to go with the dogs here. My guess is this is going to be a push. I think Georgia wins by 17. But again, it doesn't matter if they win or lose. It's kind of like the Alabama. It doesn't matter if they win or lose. They're in. They are in the playoff no matter what happens. They're I think the only team who is safe no matter what happens. No matter what. I think Michigan still is too. We'll get there in a minute. But no matter what happens, they're in. So Georgia minus 17.
Yeah, Georgia by 40.
We have the American Athletic Conference title game in Nolens. We have number 19, Tulane, as a 3.5-point favorite over the University of Central Florida. Give me Tulane here, man. I think they're going to roll Central Florida in this game. Central Florida just lost a lead in the last one quite embarrassingly. So Tulane.
Yeah, man. Same
pretty
here.
Much at home, too. New Orleans, Tulane, pretty much at home.
Pretty much at home. Home game for them. They're going to roll.
We have the Mountain West title game in Boise State. Boise State is a 3.5-point favorite over Fresno State. I don't like the 3.5 number. I could see Fresno losing by 3 or so here, but I'm going to stick with Boise.
Yeah. Same, man. Boise. I usually don't like to go against them in this game. So give me Boise by give me Boise by 7. Exactly.
The nightcaps, we have the Big Ten title game in Indianapolis. Number 2, Michigan is a 16-point favorite over Purdue. The Purduckets. Blake Corum is out. Their defensive linemen's had some gun charges. They just whooped the shit out of Ohio State. There's a lot going against them. Purdue's coach, by the way, is 3-0 against teams top 3 and higher. Michigan is number 2. Michigan wins. Purdue covers. Give me Purdue.
Yeah, even though Corum's out, I mean, we'll see if McCarthy can stick with what he was doing. Just fucking embarrassed Ohio State. So I want them to embarrass Purdue. So Michigan by 24.
Okay. And the other 8 o'clock game of the evening, the ACC title game in Charlotte. We have number 9 Clemson there, a 7.5-point favorite against number 23 North Carolina. I think this is going to be a shootout. I think DJ Uiagalelei is done with Clemson. I think he's going to transfer after this year, so he don't give a fuck about this game. Give me UNC to cover.
Yeah, give me UNC as well. I think they could lose this, but not by more than 7. So give me UNC in Charlotte.
Yeah, and Drake May playing to be maybe the number 2 quarterback taken, maybe. Who knows? Young May Stroud, who knows? You just don't know. So our updated playoff bracket of what we picked in the beginning of the year, I picked Ohio State at number 1. That's obviously not going to happen. Bama at 2, that's not going to happen. Georgia at 3, most likely not going to happen. Clemson at 4, they're out. I took Ohio State over Bama in the title game. We're going to see. Not totally done yet, but you just don't know. Dub had Alabama at 1, not going to happen. Georgia at 2, still could happen. Ohio State at 3, most likely not going to happen, but could. Oklahoma State at 4, they are out. Dub has Georgia beating Bama in the title game, still potentially could happen. Gray has Georgia at number 1, ding, ding, ding. Ohio State at number 2, not going to happen. Clemson at 3, they're out. Bama at 4, still a possibility. Gray has Ohio State beating Georgia in the title game, also still a possibility. Kode had Bama at 1, Georgia at 2, Ohio State at 3, Notre Dame at 4. Well, he was done quick. He had Georgia beating Notre Dame in the title game. Georgia's still his champion, which is a possibility, just like Dub. Parrott has Ohio State at 1, Georgia at 2, Clemson at 3, who's out, Bama at 4. He had Ohio State beating Bama. So all of us technically are still alive for our.
Don't you love that he has Ohio State beating Bama in the title game, but he has Ohio State 1, Bama 4?
I didn't even realize that.
It's the most Parrott thing to do.
Oh, Parrott. So yeah, all of us have one team who's definitely been eliminated from the college football playoff for sure. But we also still have a potential national title. Dub and Kode more than likely have the national title. And we need to get the final score from Kode because that's going to have to be our tiebreaker, which we still don't have if he came off mute. So that's where we are with the NCAA up to date. And by the way, I put out on Facebook and Twitter College Bowl Mania, Capital One Bowl Mania on ESPN.com. Make sure you get in. Over the Line Space Podcast is our group. Get in, chance to win. If you beat the podcast, you get whatever swag you want. Do you want a hoodie? You can get a hoodie. Do you want a hat? You can get a hat. Do you want a t-shirt? You can get a t-shirt. Do you want a thong? You can get a fucking thong. We don't care. We'll make it if you can beat us. That's the big thing. And it's straight. There's no confidence. There's no nothing. It's a straight fucking pick of what we have. Simple. Easiest way to beat us. Let's see if you can do it.
Can I make a request, though, that we don't count Dub's picks?
We'll
see.
It might just be me and you.
Yeah. Tiebreaker's a coin. Oh, is he here? Factory Kode?
This here or what?
God damn, it's about goddamn time you could get here.
I mean, you hide in enough trailers, you can probably have a phone conversation too.
Just go on break.
I wish. If I go on break, I'm walking out the building.
I believe that. So that's college. That's our college football picks for the week. Updated standings on that: 74-65-4 for me, 56-83-4 for Dub, 64-75-4 for Bear. And going into the NFL, 11-5 for Dub last week, 11-5 for me, 10-6 for Bear. So updated standings in the old NFL for the podcast. We got Dub in the lead at 108-70-1, myself 105-73-1, Bear 103-75-1, Kode at a good old 18-15. We'll see what happens here.
Finish with a winning record.
The first game of the game this week is actually on right now. I think we would have all taken the Bills anyway, so I would trust that.
Board it. Even for Doublelicious.
Cody's taking the Bills. All right. Next game on Sunday, Steelers at Falcons. Cody?
Steelers. Or yeah, Steelers.
Bear?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games that both teams are kind of average, and you go to the home team. So give me the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going to go the home team as well. Give me the Falcons. Packers at Bears. Does Peterman get the start?
I really don't care who's starting at quarterback for the Packers, whether it's Rodgers or Love. They're going to beat the fucking Bears.
Yeah. Packers. Old fudgies. Cody?
Man, give me the Bears.
And there goes his winning record.
All right. Jaguars at Lions.
I think it's a pick 'em on the spread right now too. So now normally I say average team, same thing. You go with the home team, give me the better quarterback. I'm going Trevor Lawrence, jagging off, buddy. Jagging off.
Jags.
Can I
Cody?
say tie? I mean, realistically, this game will probably end up in a tie, right?
Good.
But give me the Jags.
I'll put the Lions in for dub. All right. Jets with Mike White at the Vikings.
Yeah, I'd go Vikings here.
Yeah. Can Mike White do it again? Maybe, but I'm going Vikings.
What time is the game?
1 o'clock.
Oh.
Vikings it is.
Well, since it's at 1 o'clock, we get a whole different Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he's awake.
Man. Oh, man. You know what? I don't know, man. Sauce Gardner is tough. He's tough. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jets.
Yeah, he could if he shuts down Jefferson, they're in trouble.
Yeah,
Commandos at Giants.
Giants have lost 3 in a row, I think. Commanders have won 3 in a row. So give me the G-men because that's how the NFL works.
I'm going to go Commanders.
No, give me the Giants.
Oh, Cody for the split. Oof.
Titans at Eagles.
Man, Titans have. I think the Titans have looked good. They did lose at home to the Bengals. I'm gonna take the Eagles here, but the Eagles have not looked that great. They just lost their best cornerback or best safety, whichever, for the year with a lacerated kidney. I think there's going to be a big dose of Derrick Henry, and the Eagles struggle to stuff the run up the middle. So it's going to very well be a possession sort of game. But I got to go with the Eagles at home.
Yeah, same. Eagles at home.
Yeah, give me the Eagles.
Broncos, the great Broncos at the Ravens.
Let's not ride this week. Let's not ride. Even though the Ravens have not looked that good either.
Yeah, give me the better, worse team, the Ravens.
Yeah, give me the Ravens.
Oh, Cody's not riding this week. Cody's not riding.
All right. Do we get Deshaun this week?
Deshaun is playing this week, and they're going to hand the ball off to Nick Chubb 25 times to succeed. Browns beat the Texans.
Yeah, agreed. Browns.
Yeah. Give me the Browns.
What a catch.
Dirtbag Deshaun.
Sea Chickens at Rams.
No Aaron Donald this week. First time in his entire career he's missed a game due to injury. Kenneth Walker, 200 yards. Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks. Go green.
Oh, yeah, Seahawks. You heard it here first. This is Aaron Donald's last season.
He should have retired after the Super Bowl like he did.
Like he wanted to?
Yep.
and they paid him to come back. But
Or Aaron
he's
Donald.
retired, man. Yeah.
This might
It's
be.
like when you
Go ahead.
it's like when you wake up and you don't want to go to work. And you got that feeling like, man, I ain't going to work. And then you go to work anyway. And then you just be like, all right, you know what? I'm taking a half a day. And then you
Right.
leave.
Well, because all of us need our money to succeed. We already don't have 90 million in the bank, so we got to go
Right.
to work.
Oh, no. Can't miss what you don't have.
Right. The Dolphins at the 49ers.
The second game of the week. I like the Dolphins here, man. The Niners have struggled. I just don't think Jimmy G is going to put up enough points to beat the Dolphins. Give me Hill, give me Waddle, give me Tua.
Yeah, man, I agree. They're tough down there with Tua. Tua's healthy. They're tough.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins. I mean, even the run game is looking pretty nice with them right now, too.
Is it still old Jeff?
I think they got Mostert.
Jeff's getting the
started.
ball more now.
Yeah.
Mostert's back this week, though. He's
Yeah.
going to play.
Nice. All right, the old chefs at the Bungles.
Dude, the Bengals' year is like awkwardly lining up to what they did last year. And I think the Chiefs, while they're a good team, they do struggle at times. And I think they're going to struggle on the road, man. I'm going to go Bengals in a low-scoring game like 22-19, something down and dirty.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go the chefs 28-20.
Give me the Chiefs.
All right, Chargers at Raiders.
Chargers just need to stop Josh Jacobs and they'll be fine, even though he's been on a he's going to get paid somewhere next year. Chargers.
Chargers for me.
Sunday night football. Colts and how about them Cowboys?
Stop Jonathan Taylor. That's it. Done. Stop Jonathan Taylor. Cowboys by 14.
Cowboys by 69.
Nice.
Yeah, give me Cowboys.
Monday night football. Andy Dalton against Tom Brady.
When was the last time the Bucs beat the Saints?
2018.
I think it's been a little bit, man. The Saints just have the Bucs number. Don't know why. I don't know. I haven't looked at the forecast, but the last time they played in Tampa was that massive rainstorm, and New Orleans beat them. New Orleans has to win this game to stay in the NFC South hunt where every team is fucking garbage. I just don't think it's going to happen. Give me the Bucs.
Yeah, I don't either. Bucs win here. Grandpa Tom's going to do what Grandpa Tom does. He's going to bring his bat like Grandpa Stain.
Oh, boy.
It's a sad ass man, dude. He ain't got shit to live. Yeah, well, I guess he got stuff to live for, but he ain't nothing to lose. I mean, he already gave up his life. He might as well be, playing football. But man, couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. I think Andy Dalton gonna show out, man. I'm taking the Saints.
Cody's going under 500 this week.
Dub's had these weeks too, and he's won 14 games. So,
and he's also had ones where he's won 4.
Also true.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. This is it for this episode. So thanks to Wes Anderson, thanks to All Wear Clothing, thanks to Crandall Spawning Landscaping, Connellberry Dating Transformation.com, Sparty Steve, and Factory Cody returns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Yeah, Cody's going under 500 this week for sure.
Well, they'll tell me 9-7 is not too good either.